everyone, how you doing? Welcome to another xoxo video. I hope you're all well. This is a requested video, so thank you so much for the request. And as you can tell from the title of this video, we are wondering, where is British 90s R&B singer Hinda Hicks? But before we get into the video, a very quick disclaimer. As always, this video was purely done for entertainment, informational and commentary purposes. It's not to mock anyone, it's not to disrespect anyone. It's purely various information I found on the interwebs put together into one easy to digest video. So we're going to keep it cute, we're going to keep it polite, we're going to keep it respectful, and let's get into the video. Not much is known on the internet regarding Hinda's early life. However, this is what I managed to find. Hinda Hicks was born in Tunisia in 1976 to an English mother and Tunisian father. Due to having British nationality, she moved to the UK when she was a child and was raised in West Sussex. According to some sources, this was when Hinda was 4 years old.
I moved to England with my mother when I was 4. My mother remarried and grew up in West Sussex, but all my family, her grandparents and my cousins and everyone lived in Tunisia.
According to the Hinda Hicks fan site, she experienced quite a few name changes before settling with Hinda Hicks. Her mother called her Hind, but the name on her birth certificate and her Tunisian passport was Hinda. On her British passport, she is called Hinda. Whilst growing up, Hinda developed a passion for basketball and became a qualified coach and was offered a US scholarship according to allmusic.com. Hinda said in her interview with BBC One Extra, "I was a shooter. I used to play for a few teams. I coached a basketball team." Later on, Hinda started to pursue music after her friend overheard her singing along to an Aretha Franklin track and encouraged her to sing. Thus, she switched her focus to music. According to Hinda's fan site, she did not know it, but her mother was also a well-respected singer in Tunisia, but was unable to fulfill her desires due to parental opposition. Hinda's musical influences range from the likes of Billie Holiday, Nina Simone, to Ella Fitzgerald and Stevie Wonder, and according to Wikipedia, she began to sing with an R&B group from West Sussex called the Fabulous Fug Band, and at one time, she took a brave step and sent a demo of her own vocals singing along to Aretha Franklin's Something He Can Feel to Phil Collins. On Hinda's fan site, it is noted that on listening to her demo, Phil allegedly sent her a letter praising her efforts and listing some companies he thought might be interested. Unfortunately, many rejection letters came her way, as all the companies felt that she was a little too far ahead of the times and decided not to take a chance with her.
When I was 16, I sent loads of demo tapes to a lot of record companies and none of them were interested.
Hinda continued to remain unsigned, but moved to London where she worked as a secretary and singing with a local band called Mixed Fruits, according to Wikipedia. According to Last.fm, eventually, Hinda was introduced to London music producer Jazz Black and auditioned to Randy Crawford's One Day I'll Fly Away, which led to interest from a number of record companies.
And none of them were interested, whereas now it was the other way around, which was really weird. Just when I moved to London, I met some people.
In 1997, Hinda signed a 5-album deal with Island Records.
I got my deal, and they told me I was about to have an album, do an album. So I don't know. All I wanted to do was get in a studio and write music, and I didn't really realise that it was all going towards an album at the time. Yeah, I was just having fun.
And in the same year, she released her first single, I Wanna Be Your Lady, where Shaznay Lewis from British pop girl group All Saints sang backing vocals. I wanna be your lady. However, according to various sources, the single failed to enter the UK charts. But according to a few sources, the single peaked at number 89. And according to the Hinda Hicks fan site, this is because Island Records didn't give the single much promotion. After a more concerted promotional campaign by her record label, according to Last.fm, Hinda released her follow-up single in February 1998, If You Want Me. Which peaked at number 25 on the UK singles chart, spent a total of 3 weeks on the chart. The single also peaked at number 53 in Sweden and number 81 in France. Hinda then released her third single, You Think You Own Me, which peaked at number 19 on the UK singles chart, spent a total of 5 weeks on the chart. Hinda's fourth single was a re-release of her debut single, I Wanna Be Your Lady, which peaked at number 14 on the UK singles chart, spending a total of 7 weeks on the chart. This became Hinda's highest charting single. Then, in August 1998, she released her debut album, Hinda, which peaked at number 20 on the UK albums chart, spending a total of 4 weeks on the chart. This led to Hinda receiving 3 nominations at the 1998 MOBO Awards and nominations for Best British Female and Best British Newcomer at the 1999 Brit Awards, according to allmusic.com. However, Hinda's Brit nomination for Best British Female was later met with negativity for some odd reason. In the January 2013 article in The Guardian titled "Baffling Brits Goes All Hinda Hicks," as is traditional at the Brits, the nomination for Best British Female gives the impression there aren't actually enough successful female artists out there to make up the shortlist. In the 90s, they were legendarily given to baffling nominations. In 1999, an R&B singer called Hinda Hicks was up for a gong, as if desperately trying to make up the numbers. Hinda also appeared on the MOBO All-Stars charity single Ain't No Stopping Us Now, which is a cover of the original hit sang by McFadden and Whitehead. Ain't no stopping us now. During the summer of 1998, Hinda promoted both her single and album on mainstream television and radio shows in the UK. And according to allmusic.com, she performed high-profile support slots with Irish boy band Boyzone and English boy band 911.
You've been working with Boyzone. Tell me about Boyzone.
I'm going on the Boyzone tour.
In October 1998, Hinda released what would be the final single from the album, Truly, which peaked at number 31 on the UK singles chart, spending a total of 2 weeks on the chart. After the release of this single, Hinda spent the next year recording her follow-up album, according to allmusic.com.
Hello all you Smash Hits readers out there, this is Hinda Hicks and I've got a few things to tell you. I have not been away, I've just been working on my new album called Everything to Me.
According to Wikipedia, after the 1999 Brit Awards, Hinda eventually split from her management and production team, On Point Productions. Also in 1999, she made her debut on the big screen, singing in the movie Greenwich Mean Time.
There was presentation and erupting debate. We analyzed the gods, made love in good faith.
According to Last.fm, due to alleged difficulties with her label, including Island Records' merger with Universal and an apparent lack of promotion, meant that Hinda's lead single from her upcoming album, My Remedy,
I'll be gentle when I give it all my remedy.
peaked at number 61 on the UK singles chart, spending a total of 2 weeks on the chart, therefore missing the UK top 40. Hinda's second album, Everything to Me, was due for a late 2000 release. A handful of promotional copies and limited releases were made available, but commercially, the launch was aborted, according to Django.com. By the end of the year 2000, Hinda parted ways with Island Records. In a November 2000 NME article, the following was reported. UK soul singer Hinda Hicks has been dropped by her label Universal/Island, just the latest victim in the current cull of underselling Brit urban artists. In her interview with Ras Kwame from BBC One Extra, Hinda briefly spoke about her life on a major label. She said, "Whilst you're in a record label situation, you've always got someone telling you, you should do this. What are you gonna do? They signed the checks." In between record labels and albums, Hinda provided vocals to Lyndon David Hall's single Let's Do It Again, which was released in the year 2000.
Do it again, do it, do it. Let's do it in the morning. Sweet breeze in the summertime.
And peaked at number 69 on the UK singles chart, spending a total of 1 week on the chart. According to various sources, also in the year 2000, Hinda took an uncredited role in the US movie Love and Basketball and wrote the song Our Destiny, which appeared in the movie but was not featured on the Love and Basketball official soundtrack.
Free we be to go on in life and fulfill our destiny.
In the same year, Hinda appeared as a singer in the movie Circus. She also featured on the track Brand New Day from Terry Walker's debut album Untitled, which was released in 2003. In 2004, Hinda returned to music and released what will be the lead and only single from her upcoming third album, Up Up, which peaked at number 97 on the UK singles chart, spending a total of 1 week on the chart. According to Hinda's fan site, a preview track from the upcoming album was getting airplay on BBC Radio 1 and One Extra, titled Little Boy Blue.
Little boy blue. You know you really ought to treat that woman better than you do.
In her BBC One Extra interview, Hinda mentioned that she's an independent artist. She said, "I have the label. I am the artist. I'm in complete control of the direction, producers, mixing, mastering, everything. It's wonderful to know the buck stops here. I have the last say." Almost instantly, Hinda released her third album, Still Doing My Thing, via a small record label, Shout Out Records. According to Wikipedia, in February 2007, Hinda's MySpace page announced that a fourth album would be released. According to Last.fm, the same MySpace page also stated that the album, titled Where You Belong, is near completion and is due for a late 2007, early 2008 release on an independent label. However, the album was shelved as Hinda focused on other roles, according to Wikipedia. According to some sources, in November 2008, Hinda was listed as part of a London-based artistic and music collective created by Hila Selector called
Raison d'être.
Collective. In 2009, Hinda was featured on the track Family Affair with American singer Nate James, taken from his album Revival. On the website ReverbNation.com, it was noted that for the last few years, Hinda had been working on her new album, Journeys, with total control over the creative process. There is even a YouTube video of Hinda Hicks checking the bass levels on one of the tracks from the album, New Beginnings. She also released a music video to a song titled Love It in 2012. However, it appears that the album Journeys has not been released and not much is known as to what happened to Hinda after this point. She was active on Twitter or X up until March 2014 and was active on Facebook up until December 2015. I couldn't find her on Instagram, only a fan page dedicated to Hinda's past music career. Hinda Hicks is definitely another name that can be added to one of the most underrated artists in the UK, which may possibly be due to being a little too far ahead of the times. Nevertheless, we hope she is doing well. And that brings us to the end of the video. I hope you've all enjoyed. Don't forget to like the video, share the video, subscribe, comment down below, let me know your thoughts. Thank you once again for the request, and I'll see you all in my next video. Over and out.